La 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 la. What's up with y'all, man? What's up with you, man? All right. Today is let me know the audio, man. I'm shooting this at the back seat of my 1975 Chevy Impala. But anyway, man, today is Wednesday, December 31st, baby. We about to be in the new year. We are about to see some new changes. We are about to see some things go down for 2026, baby. Because 2025, let's just you can get your glass and you pull up now. I need y'all to pull up with me because we're going to see where it take us tonight. Because 2026 has been, what up with you, Frank? What's up with you, Frank? 2026 is going to be our year now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm like TSA. All the baggage cannot go on the plane. Okay. 2025, we allow all of the baggage to come onto the plane and it got cross contaminated. Y'all guys brought in some substance that cross contaminated in 2025 for a lot of truckers has been one of these years of what the fuck has happened. That's what it has been, man. 2025, the PPP babies, they finally grew up and realized $10 a mile is not going to happen. The Join the course and learn how to be a millionaire, that finally came to fruition. Um, um, who else, man? It's just so much. Charmaine, y'all literally in 2025 is having a deep conversation about Charmaine Jeffers, and I'm still sitting here like, what the hell are we talking about? Now, see, 2023, 2024, 2025, we told everybody that we are on the same playing field and we're going to get this together, and y'all just fucking fail. You drove down the rates in the trucking market, then you went into other markets, and then we what was it? End of 2024, people start saying that trucking is a passive income. We start seeing everybody out here talking about passive income. Then, times get tough. Men can't go and switch over like women can. Then we just had OnlyFans. We have guys and women out here in the trucking industry start videotaping themselves doing intercourse in the truck. Trucking has really whooped a lot of y'all asses. I'm gonna say it. It whooped y'all, boy. You got grown men. Oh yeah. Hey man, I've been saying what's up with your ghost, man. What's up with your big crease? What's up with your grind and pray? Happy New Year's, man. Let's get it going, man. Hey, man. 2026, man, is going to be our year now. Now, 2026, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm coming out the gate. If you don't know who I am, let me tell you right now. Man, I don't give two flying, to the wind. If you know me, you don't know me, but I'm going to show you the game. I'm going to give you the game. Negroes been talking about me ever since they freed the slaves. Let me say it again. Negroes been talking about me bad, good, whatever. And I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody can stop your hustle, baby. See, this is what 2026 is gonna bring. It's gonna bring this self fucking confidence. Now, excuse my language. This channel might not, they might not monetize this, but let me tell y'all something, man. We're gonna be kicking ass, taking names, and motherfucker not smoking Mary Jane. Okay, 2026 should get a lot of you mother goddamn sober. Y'all should realize that the game don't love you. You got to realize the game is only a tool. See, it's y'all been sold a bag of goods. I hear the guys out there right now talk about, man, trucking D, man. You know what? I'm gonna get controversial because see, I gotta address the stupidity. Okay, let's go and break down some simple business. Okay, y'all see these new trucks? Okay, these new trucks is coming out the gate at $270,000 and plus. You're looking at the Peterbilts, $310,000. Okay. Now, and you know what the manufacturers are doing? They are increasing the value. Now, people going to say, oh man, I don't see the value. See, here go the thing. Either you got the business mindset or you got a consumer mindset. See, the consumer mindset is thinking about using that truck for a personal gain. A business mindset is looking at strategizing and using that truck for business gain, profit. Okay. They really ain't considered, they are not really pinpointing ownership. Okay. Consumer mindset is saying ownership. Business mindset say, let me utilize this tool to get where I need to be financially. So when these trucks are priced higher, okay, the newer trucks, that means that their old inventory value just skyrocketed. No, you're not going to get an oil change for $80, $100. No, when you buy a cash truck for $10,000, it don't take $10,000 to rebuild it. Okay. Unfortunately, that $10,000 cash truck is costing right about the same as a 2020 truck. Okay. See, if you're gonna look for those parts for those cash trucks, you're gonna be very disappointed. Oh man, what do you need? You need a spring hanger? Spring hanger $700. You be like, no, man. But this ain't back in the day. This ain't back in the day. The games had been rigged because y'all went out there and ran your mouth. You guys ran your mouth. Y'all put it on YouTube. Yeah, man, I'm gonna buy this cash truck. I'm gonna run that right here. Get the cash truck and get some cheap parts. Ain't no such thing as cheap parts anymore. It's not a such thing as cheap parts. Now it's cheaper parts compared to 2025 parts, but it's not going to be 1997, 2000, 2005, 2010 prices. Hell, you're not going to even get 2014 prices, where the average diesel shop was charging what, roughly $73 an hour? $73 an hour. That was the old diesel prices. I'm talking about the Jose's. I'm talking about the hole in the wall. I'm talking about them country shops. They was roughly about $70 an hour. Now they at 195. What you think? You know what I'm saying? People think because they bought low that it's going to cost them low to rebuild. Doesn't happen. Just because you bought it low does not mean that it is cost effective. You just initiate it, but you still need these professional services. And guess what? Prices went up. Welcome to trucking. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you bought cash. Nobody cares if your truck is leased. Nobody cares. Only thing people care about, can you move the freight and can we make goddamn money? We don't want to hear your sad story. We don't give a damn where you came from. We don't give a damn that you've been in prison. We don't care if you're a single mom. We want to know, can you move this goddamn truck and can you be profitable? That's what 2026 is going to bring. It's going to bring some real motherfucking alligators to the water to start realizing their true goddamn potential. This ain't TikTok, sucker. There ain't no, oh man, we're going to do this dance and this trend. Ain't no such thing as that. You better get on the trend of strategy. You better understand telling all your damn business on how you move, motherfucker. You writing down the blueprint for somebody else. See, when a slab ass sucker gets on YouTube and say, let me document everything, and then get upset because he can't hit the end goal. Let me give you some game, pimp. You gave the blueprint to somebody that's not willing to put in the effort. You gave the blueprint to somebody that got more money than you. And guess what they could do? They could strategize and stop your shine and increase their profitability. You are a risk factor. And guys like, man, I don't understand why these companies, man, be letting go drivers, because you are a risk factor. 2026 is going to show you something. It's going to tell you to open up and realize your true potential. It's going to tell you that trucking is nothing but a damn tool. Now, it is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that got the goods, the bads, the pros, and the cons. But it's the lifestyle that's still undeniable. One of the best industries that any human being could go and participate in. That's why people come from far and wide, internationally, to come and participate in the U.S. trucking industry. Think I'm lying? You got people coming from all over to jump in a motherfucking truck because it makes money. It makes money. You got people that will come from a country that didn't have a damn thing and jump right into a 2026 Freightliner and be profitable. And you got guys that's born here, bred here, have family in the trucking industry, and go out there and buy a 1981 fucking cab over and talking about he's going to run Dallas to California. What's up with your top rope, baby? What's up with your triple D? What's up with your DB Bird? Man, I see tonight, baby. We're gonna turn up the volume because we leave in 2025. I'm gonna leave this sucker in a blaze, baby. I'm gonna leave it in a blaze. Whatever happened, happens. But one thing that nobody could ever steal from you, my pimp, is your motherfucking heartbeat. I hear the guy. Oh, B man, they been talking about me, man, since I got in grade school, motherfucker. They been talking, but are we motherfucking producing? Are you efficient at producing? Or are you still looking for a handout? See, real motherfucking wolves know how to hunt the prey. Hyenas, hyenas like to sit back and watch the lion work and then go and eat the leftovers. You ever seen a fucking hyena? Making all them weird ass sounds, standing back. It's always three of them. You watch Lion King, you seen Lion King, you seen them hyenas always lurking in the back while the real lions and the lionesses, they go through and do the damn thing. Then when the jaguars come around, you see how the game go. This is the game, baby. This is the game. I love trucking now, man. I love it. I know when I used to, I don't do what I used to do. I really don't give a damn. I'm going to be real with you. I care about it. I care about the people that's passionate about it. Don't give a damn. Don't. Because the trucking industry, it is what it is. You try to go in there and try to make changes, you can. But you got to realize when you're ready to make that change, you're not going to have that support system that you fucking think you're going to have because you are better. And this is where I don't know what happened in 2025 when people stopped saying that they are good. You literally got people out here that's afraid to say that they are good, that they are wise. I see community praise. And you see, all right, let me tell you this, man. Man, hey, bro, this ain't no fucking pot of coffee, bro. This ain't no community, really. When it went in the business. When in the business, it's not community. You got personal relations. But in business, if you made 2 cents more than Billy, Billy don't like you, bro. If you had a route that was 0.3 miles shorter than Billy, Billy don't like you. And people want to be blind, like, no, man, we'd never be like that. You know how many people been in my inbox? How many people on Facebook? How many of you guys walked up to me in not grocery stores, but in the Chrome shops? Some of y'all, I don't even know. Y'all walked up to me, I'm like, hey, man, do we got to call security? And y'all say this, yo, OB, man, hey, man, I just want to tell you, bro, you was right, bro. You was right. I say, hey, man, hit the line, let people know. Nah, bro. I was like, see, you scared, nigga. You trying to tell me you wised up, my partner. You wised up, but you afraid to let people know that you are smarter than what you was yesterday. You want to stay on the same lower level so you could y'all could be relatable. Man, we getting too old in this damn thing, man. People turning 45, 50, 55, 60. Hell, some of y'all 25. And your lifestyle is poor as hell. It's poor. See, if you want to grow if you want the trucking industry to produce more money, you gotta realize your fucking value. That's the simple trick. It's the simple trick. It's not even funny. You know what the simplest trick in trucking is? Let me tell you. Understanding your value. I know people say it's a cliche. Negro, every morning, every day, if you own a truck, you are always negotiating your value. You're always doing that. You're doing it. But see, when I said, oh man, you cliche, what I gotta be? I gotta be some Caucasian. I gotta be some Hispanic on TikTok with a microphone. You see me, and I'm talking about yeah, value. I'm telling you straight up. See, the only thing between me and them, they sweet and low, motherfucker. I am 100% maple syrup, straight from the tree. I'm like, man, yeah, you know what the game is? Knowing your value. Standing on your value like you stand on hatred. Standing on your value like you stand for your political party. Standing on your value. That's it. That's what 2026 is going to bring. Have y'all call me and try to be in my pockets. Call my shop. Be like, hey man, how much you charge for that? Hey, brother, this is what the price starting at. Man, but really, I need a more in-depth. Hey, brother, bring your truck in. Oh man, I can't, I'm gonna try to get there. But before I get there, bro, you don't think you could give me a quote over the phone? The quote that I give you over the phone is not going to be accurate. And I don't want to misrepresent myself or mislead you. So if you have the vehicle when you have time, could you please stop by? But but what do something like that cost? Man, it's starting at $4,000. Man, why so high? Man, why so damn low? But man, why do you devalue your ideal? If you devalue your ideal, you're going to devalue my work. You're going to devalue your experience. How can I find value in something that's always subtracting? And people say, "Oh man, you just ain't nothing but a fucking cornball, OB." Yeah, you know one damn thing about me, though. I would never call your business and call you to go less than what you think you deserve. I might call you out your name, but I would never take a value from an individual. Game recognized game. Game recognized. And see, I still stand on it because I'm waiting for the hyenas to come out and say, oh, OB did. Nah, OB did not do that, baby. I didn't do it. I don't do it. I'm around here trying to figure out how the hell are we making less money in 2025 with inflation, cost of living, taxes, more regulations, policies. How are we making less than 2012, motherfucker? How are you trying to base this? Because guess what it is? I have accepted that everything costs more. I have accepted that now I probably have to tip more. I can't do the average 20% anymore. I went out last night. We tipped 38%. The service was that goddamn good. I understand that the individual has an apartment. They got personal fucking bills. I seen the value. I'm no longer picking pennies at another individual that's out here getting up every motherfucking day to do a job. I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm done. That shit. I left that in 2023. I'm done. I'm done. If I call Jose and Jose tells me it's $10,000 to build the fence, my first question to Jose is, when do you have availability? I'm not nickel pitching because the motherfucker that do it cheap ain't gonna do it right. Then I'm gonna hear someone, well, just because you pay more doesn't get you more. Well, pimp, it filters real quickly. See, when you start getting to a higher altitude, you start to understand certain things and how people move and how businesses operate. You start to look at little triggers. Triggers. How do you greet a person? How do you return a phone call? How do you represent your business? We all could be fooled, but a good fool is really not deceiving. Hey man, it is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna read the comments, man. What's good? Hey, Keyshawn, it's gonna be a New Year's save shit for most folks. Probably stop right in 2025 on my BOL signature by March. I hear you, man. What up with your grind? He says it's a cutthroat, no love industry we're in. You got that right, man. You got that. What's up with JP, man? You said I should get trucker year of the trucker award for man. You know I ain't gonna win this, man. Hey, man, you know how it's safe, man. I'm gonna hurt some feelings, baby. I'm gonna hurt some bit feelings, man. I've been, a lot of people try to figure out what I still do and what I don't do and how I do it. Just understand one thing about me, baby. We 10 toes down in it, and I'm still around. Anyway, some of y'all follow me on Instagram now, and y'all see what I do. You see what I do. I talk it like I walk it. Yes. JP said easy way. Oh man. Man, what you guys bit into? But anyway, we'll get back to it. What's up with everybody, man? Thank you, everybody, enjoying the chat. But here go, man. Here go the thing, man. I talked to a couple people, man. And this is what I start to notice with trucking. And one of the things I had to exercise is that when you hang around a group of truckers, bro, you're gonna be fucking depressed. Your relationship is gonna be based off the trucking market. If the trucking market is good, brokers paying good this week, all of you guys are going to chatter. The conversation is going to be friendly, full of life, laughter. The conversation is going to be good. And when the industry is when it's turned down, the conversation is no longer meaningful. You notice that you will be on the phone for 2 hours talking about some bullshit, depressing stuff. This is why I make fun of trucking sometimes. Because y'all based everything off of that little circle and you don't look beyond that. You don't look beyond it. Guess what? We used to have free parking. We don't have it anymore. We used to have free showers. Don't have it anymore. Used to have cheap scale prices to first way, reway. We don't have it anymore. Have you not noticed? Nobody cares. It's just constantly progressing. When are you going to wake up? You are participating in the market that you know is very volatile, but you get upset because it became volatile. I don't know. What? That's like me moving to Hawaii and getting upset at volcano eruptions. Huh? You know about that? Yeah. But did you see you self fucking centered in trucking? You can't be self centered. You got to be like a chameleon. You got to be able to adapt. You got to understand the weather, how this thing's going to swing. Just because you bought a cash truck, just because you leased a truck, all right, it doesn't mean you're going to pass or fail. Okay, let's get this out. The truck is only a fucking tool. Either you own the tool or you lease the tool. But as long as you utilize the tool, that's what makes you a craftsman. Realize that. You got guys, well, like for instance, you got guys that will lease tools off of a tool truck. They got high weekly payments, but they know how to utilize that tool. They became very proficient in their craft. The high payment don't really bother them. It gets them to the end goal. You got guys that buy tools, that owns the tools. They bought it for a cheap price. And those guys, they could be proficient, but some of them guys get relaxed because they say, I own my tools. My overhead is low. They automatically kick into, I don't have to do shit gear. Then before you know it, the little things start turning into big things because you allow things to stack up because you living in this false pretense. Well, I own it. So that means I really don't have to make that much. But you're a business. Now you confusing personal with business. Now you're about to have some fucking chaos. And this is where people find themselves. I think that leasing programs really brings the best out of people. I really do. Because they start to understand adding. They might not understand percentage. They might not understand multiplication. But if they got the basic necessity of adding addition, then they start to realize that shit adds up. And that's all you need in trucking. Welcome to Trucking 101. Want to be successful in trucking? Understand addition and subtraction, and you will make it in trucking. But 2026, everything went online. Everything's going digital. You got a bigger footprint. All of these carriers out here, they're going to stop allowing lease own. But mark my words, hold me to it. My prediction by summer of 2026, companies are going to reduce the accessibility to booking their drivers or owner operators or leased owned drivers are going to be no longer able to book their own loads because of the footprint. The market index has grown, has become more advanced. You got AI. Not only now, you're no longer going to be fighting for your rate with a human. You are going to have to go through an AI system. So if you pull this load 30 days ago for a below market rate, guess what the system's going to do? I still believe, it just me. Now, hold on. It's going to reduce your increments of bidding up. So, OB, give him an example. Okay. Let's say Theo Transportation booked a load, and it was with TQL. It was a dry van load. It came out of the Midwest, let's say Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, going over to Atlanta, Georgia, a load of soda. One pick, one drop. I don't know the mileage. I'm just thinking on top of my head. Let's just say 800 miles. Let's say Theo booked the load at $2 a mile, 1,600 all in. Let's say at that present day and time, the market rate was showing reflecting 475. But Theo took it for two. All right, he goes pull the load, he gets paid, not a problem. Now let's say Theo goes back on the load board, notice that TQL has another load in his area, and he wants to move it. Okay, load is available, but Theo also noticed that the market has increased. Let's say he's in the Carolinas, South Carolina, and he see a load going from South Carolina over to Dallas, Texas. And Theo drive in, one pick, one shot. Theo's like, man, he's been talking to guys on YouTube. And they tell him, yo, Theo, the market out there is pushing 515 to roughly 675 a mile, $6.75. Well, Theo see TQL got a load. He has a relationship with him. He hits up TQL. TQL runs the deal. It's 1,000 miles. They give him $2 a mile again. But now Theo like, oh man, I don't know about that. And they might hear me out. They say, all right, Theo, if you want to increase, I can't authorize that, but go through our app. Theo goes through the app. Broker tells the app, Theo is averaging $2 a mile. He's a $2 a mile carrier. AI say, okay, I got it. Now we're gonna start the bidding war. Now people gonna say, yo, OP, you getting sidetracked. No. I'm gonna give y'all the infrastructure. I'm gonna give you game. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all think I'm joking. AI has been introduced before COVID. Y'all don't remember? Y'all don't remember? I'm gonna give y'all a second. I'm gonna see if y'all gonna say the company is one mega carrier in the USA that introduced AI to the low board first. Do y'all know? I'm gonna give y'all a second. I'm gonna fire up this cigar. Y'all don't know who introduced y'all to AI first? You didn't even know it? Not Amazon. There you go. Triple D just said it. There you go. JB Hunt 360. Y'all don't remember, huh? Okay, let me break it down to y'all. JB Hunt 360, the brokers did not know what the AI system was giving carriers. And then when carriers would get loads from the broker, the AI system was messing up on certain carriers' payouts. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. But anyway, all right. So take this. Did you understand how JB Hunt 360 shaped the industry mentally? Y'all don't know how they did it? They they introduced visual visual load increment bidding. They told you what's a safe number and what was a dangerous number. What is a safe range and what is a volatile range. $2,500 increment, $10 increment, $25 increment, $50 increments. There you go. Triple D in the comment. Let me put you on the screen right there, brother. Yes. Yes. So when guys like, oh man, I can't see what this thing would do in trucking. It's been doing it in trucking. You literally had, and shout out to Checkmate and the guys over there. Y'all got addicted to click and go. It's click and go. It keeps a record. It keeps a record. Some of y'all didn't believe me. I need to bring some of the old videos up when I told y'all, and I'm standing on this, and I'm not lying. I was getting Dallas, Niagara, Grand Prairie, or they call it Grand Prairie, but it's Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas, Niagara water, down in Houston, Texas. I was getting $2,900 one way with a drive in, and I was running that load 3 times a week. I never booked on an app. I was hitting up the old school brokers. It was kickbacks. People like, how can you do it? I was kicking money back. I was kicking money back to the brokers. I was kicking money back. I ain't just, hey. So the AI system now has an infinite record of the MC number, the driver, even your telephone number. Yes, your cell phone number. So when you call in, the system is already prime and ready. The broker on the other end only has to press a number. Press the button. Now let's start the counter offer. How many of you guys think that you're ready for it? I think that you're not. I'm going to tell you right now, I think a lot of people are immature. They don't understand ration in business. Stop taking shit personal. When you get on the phone, you fight like it's your last fucking dollar. Stop all this. Well, I'm going to get them on the next one. See. You will lose. You will lose because you're going to develop a track record of lowballing. You'll be out the game quick. Don't worry about it. We won't even put you in a casket. No flowers will be sent. No tears will be shed. Other truckers will learn from your mistake and they will not talk to you because they will be making more money than you. Understand where the game is at now. This is the game. You could tell me what you want to. Motherfucker, Terminator is real. This shit, AI, is real. And it's profitable. It works. They realize that they can emotionally manipulate you to believe a profit that doesn't even fucking exist. Let me give you some game. JB Hunt, after they did JB Hunt 360, JB Hunt implemented their fuel program, their fuel savings program. Not only with the fuel savings program, but with their factoring program. All of this combined could save you a whopping $300 a week, right? And people are like, oh man, I don't see nothing wrong with it. They are saving you money so you can run a cheaper. You don't get it? They want to reduce your overhead. If they can help you reduce your overhead, you will become complacent. you will pull the power only for $1.25, and you have all of the risk. And the only thing JB Hunt has is the trailer. Think about it. Think. And you feel comfortable with that because you say, hey, man, I got access to the JB Hunt 360. I'm able to factor my load through that, get the little quick pay, get the fuel discount, stay within their network. That JB Hunt did that shit well. They mapped out their fucking network for your fuel savings. And there's no, if anybody noticed, it was always the Northeast. Because the people in the Northeast, JB Hunt could not compete with. JB Hunt took a group of carriers out of the South and migrated them motherfuckers up to the Northeast to run down the rates. If you want to run down rates, just migrate. That's it. Transplant. See, people will say that the Northeast is expensive. No, the Northeast costs what the Northeast costs. There's a lot of things that go into the equation. So when you get people from the South, and I love my people in Mississippi and in Memphis. Let me tell y'all about Memphis. I'm sidetracking, but Memphis is one of the most profitable city in the industry, in transportation, period. Memphis, Tennessee is the mecca of meccas. But the carriers in Memphis, they run their fucking trucking company with lowball rates. Most people in Memphis, Tennessee, trucking runs cheap, super cheap, super cheap. That's why carriers coming out the Midwest, carriers coming out the Northeast, they will use Memphis as a ping pong. Because Memphis, you could grab freight in Memphis at a ridiculous high market value. And when I say value, I mean rate. And you could bounce anywhere in the United States. Profitable. Profitable. That's why guys will leave Dallas and take a cheap, when I say cheap, I mean $1.50. They will take $1.50 load to Little Rock, Arkansas, and they would deadhead to Memphis because they know they could slingshot out of Memphis. You could do a short run up to the Northeast. I'm sorry, to Chicago. If you really want to get profitable back in the day, you would shoot over to Ohio, run to Ohio, back over to Illinois to St. Louis, get a St. Louis beer load, run it back to Memphis, and run that little triangle tri-door and be very profitable. Why the people in Memphis is pulling out of people in Memphis will this is what never surprised me, but the carriers in Memphis will run down to fucking New Orleans. I'm like, what? Why? Hold on, bro. Why would you in a hot city? Memphis is always going to be hot. You in a hot city, but you're going to take a load down to New Orleans? You going to Jackson, Mississippi? I'm home every night, OB. Come on, man. At least run to Birmingham, Alabama. Come on now. Think about it. But hey, this is trucking. And you like, oh man, most people don't even understand the potential of their own city. That's why when people come down to Dallas, they say Dallas is cheap. No, Dallas is not cheap. You don't know how to price yourself in different zones in Dallas. A lot of people think that DFW is a mecca of freight. DFW is a spider network. Okay, so this is me. Okay, so it's a spider network. So if I had a flatbed truck and I dropped in Dallas, I'm not gonna do not plan on reloading in DFW in Dallas itself, the city. I'm talking about within the 635 loop. Do not plan on that because whatever you plan on taking out of there It's going to be so fucking low. Usually guys run over to Fort Worth. That's the mill. That's the steel mill city. Fort Worth is. Burleson, steel mill, great for flatbed. Dallas, no. Dallas is more drive-in. And the far west you get into Dallas, you get into food storage. When you get east of Fort Worth, you get into food storage and food manufacturers. You got to know how to play the game. Now, when you go north, ain't nothing but food storage. If you go on 35 north, you ain't nothing. All of that is commercial storage. It ain't paying worth a damn. Now, if you go on 75 north, you go back into food manufacturers, food producers. You got to know how to hopscotch, how to set yourself. If you go into Memphis, man, I can tell you about Memphis. I can run the game on Memphis. Memphis so easy. Memphis, Kirby. I'll just park right off of Mendenhall. I'll be right there in Mendenhall at the coffee shop, waiting for a load to come out of one of those breweries. You're going to sit my happy ass there for 16 hours and lie to the broker and collect money and get that load that's probably going right there to East Texas. Pay me 21. Or if I really want to get froggy, if I really want to party, I go and park up there by Kroger's and wait for the Amazon and the Walt Disney. Pick up that shit real quick. Drop at Kroger's, go around the corner, park the truck. There go Amazon and Walt Disney. Shit's gonna move, man. Shit's gonna move, man. What Triple D said, oh, what you got? Man, Miami, I also seen guys run. What's coming out of Miami is dope. You ain't gonna, yeah. I'm telling you right now, those are guys that y'all say, ah, man, them guys coming out, man, they coming out with dope. They coming out with dope, man. Now let me tell y'all, man. I see some of y'all don't even understand the game. Now, I'm not talking about you, Triple D. I'm not putting you to preach to it now. Just when you start seeing a massive loss in a certain area, man, it's fucking dope. It's dope. Don't believe me? Watch the state trooper presence. There you go. There you go. There you go. It's dope. Them boys that coming out of Florida. That's why Florida got the high technology, high advanced scales. That's why Texas, the port of entry. Come on now, it's the port of entry. Man, I can't believe somebody took it for 75 cents. Well, pimp, here go the thing, pimp. I hate to disappoint you on this one, pimp. Brokers know it. Companies know it. That's why companies will build in a small community where you know it ain't no goddamn truck stop around. There's always trucks around. Man, they got the dope on the damn truck. Where they going? I-70. There you go. There you go. They're going up to New York. Come on now, man. They're going over to Georgia, New York, Tennessee, trying to get over to now, and then they probably want to run over to Kansas. Yeah, that's why Oklahoma's got the new scales. Oklahoma and Arkansas, they communicate for cars and trucks. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Oklahoma, Arkansas, those flock cameras are catching people quickly. There you go. But you ain't got to worry about them coming out them areas with that 80 cents a mile. That dope is getting harder and harder to move for them. And there you go. Trucking industry is changing. See, with technology, you got some pros and cons. Yeah, I got to pay attention to the game, baby. Oh, so you say, JP, you said, I mean, I like the olive branch, the flying J and the olive branch. And olive branches, now, you brought a great thing up too. Olive Branch is the new Memphis. The freight out of Olive Branch. It's been the Memphis in the making since 1998 when they started to invest in Olive Branch and people start to move out there. But pay attention to the technology, the new warehouses. and things just pulling up in Olive Branch. People are migrating. Bartlett's supposed to have got the freight wave, but Bartlett just wanted to stay more historic. So there they go. Germantown, they came in, but they didn't want the warehouses. Olive Branch said, bring them in. And that's why they did the highway right there, if y'all don't understand, you know. But yeah, man. So you see, trucking. So how did some people gain all of this information, man? Man, is understanding it's really just looking past the damn steering wheel, right? You don't want to be in truck in 30 years, man. You saying you a truck driver. You're more than that. You're 100% more than that. I hold people up to a higher standard because you are more than what you're saying. You are more than your fucking occupation. You are more than a CDL, bro and woman. It just doesn't stop there. And when you get that in your mind, what you are, then nobody could easily devalue you. See, they can't take away, and it's not being prideful. It's not being big headed. It's fucking clarity, pimp. That's what it is. It's clarity of understanding that you're in a market that the prices fluctuate continuously. And then you always have to fluctuate on the high side because nobody is giving you anything. And it's amazing. You're not getting a free cup of coffee for even getting. I remember TA used to give you a free cup of coffee for getting 10 gallons. What was it? 5 gallons, 5 gallons. They wanted people to get hooked on coffee. But yeah, man. But anyway, we are about to end this 2025. In 2026, man, we're going to see how it blaze up, man. We're going to see how it blaze up. What's up with your top rope? What's up with it? Some of these cats, man, I don't know. I know it never got that serious, you know, where trucking is, I don't know. It is what it is. Be smart about it. Start understanding if you're not paying attention to your value, brokers are not going to let you slide no more, players. Brokers are no longer going to be able to help you out. Billy over there, now it's never Billy, it's Matthew or Matt with TQL can't override the system anymore. Brokering companies are trying to retain as much, increase their proficiency, reduce their losses, and manage the risk. So how are they going to do that? They're going to remove human interaction. They are going to play 100% by the numbers. This is what truckers need to realize in 2026. You're going to have to start playing by the numbers. That's it. Fuck your feelings. Play by the numbers, man. You play by the numbers, you call me back. Yeah, I'll come back and holler at me in 26 and call me a liar. Call me that. But you gotta make sure you tell me that to my face. Now we gotta be on this YouTube world, right? And you tell me, OB, man, you lied, bro. Play by the numbers. Play by the numbers and see how you win. Check that out. I should have dropped the link, man. You know what? Let's see how you drop that link, huh? Yeah, I dropped the link, didn't I? Let's see. I was supposed to pin the damn link. Yeah, I just started. I'm gonna pin it at the top. I think I did it. I don't know. I haven't did it in a while. All right. JP said, let's talk about professionalism and being a professional driver and the power of the CDL. Let's talk about it. Okay. Let's talk about professional. You know what, JP? This conversation would have been easily had um, prior to the influx of new drivers. They come from a house with no professionalism. They've when you have been deep rooted in misbehavior, professionalism is not coming across because now that individual is grown. It becomes confrontational. We as human in 2025, we know what professional is because not one person is going to support a business that's being unprofessional to them. Professionalism in trucking is realizing your appearance, your equipment, your statue, even your paperwork, how organized you are. I know sometimes it might comes off as you had a bad day, but overall, how do you carry yourself? Do you like the cliche lines? I like to be cliche. When I had the trucking, our slogan was "We run for our future." How can we serve you? My first trucking slogan, because I had two mottos. When I first is "We run for our future," and then for one customer, my slogan used to be "I am a sponge." So let me give y'all a rundown. It was professional. How I won my first contract. I'm smoking my cigar, you guys. Hold on. How I won my first contract. I was in a room with two men, one woman. The men were stern, very stern. The woman was even sterner, but she had that mother type of vibe. Like she was one of those well-educated mothers that wanted her child to do good, and she wouldn't take shit. The guys was they are to me, my opinion, they have already prejudged me. They had their mindset to tell me, no, thank you for coming in. So I looked at the room, I listened how they introduced themselves. They was very professional. Shirts buttoned up with the polo shirts. One had on a polo, the other one had a full button up, but the top button was unbuttoned. Jean shirt tucked in, brown leather belt, brown leather boots. The woman had on a maroon shirt with a necklace with a small medallion, gray dress, very long. She had on boots. Guy with the polo, collar kind of folded over, looked like he'd been in the cleaners a couple of times. He had on khakis, um, black belt, black walking shoes, tennis shoes. So I'm like, oh, he's the one that hits the ground. The guy with the more crease, he's the higher up. And the lady, she's either the secretary or the accountant. So when I was in the room, they asked me my name. Hey, man, what do you guys do? What areas do you operate in? So I introduced myself. Hey, I'm OB. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet all you guys. Um, First thing I want to tell you guys is this: I'm a sponge. Yeah, I looked. So when you talk, you have to talk with confidence. You pause. You don't just keep on talking. I said it. I said, I am a sponge. I'm here to absorb your problems. I'm here to relinquish all of the chaos. So what I could guarantee you is when you pick up the phone and call me, I'll be the one to answer. I will strategize. I'll come up with a gameplay to move freight from Dallas, Texas, over there to Austin, and relocate Austin freight over to Houston and be able to run it back up into Dallas. And if we should fail on a route, I am a sponge. I give back. I will cover the costs and I'll still make it right. Some people, I told my friends about it. They laughed. They laughed at me. Oh man, that's some corny ass shit, dog. But to me, I had to say something shocking for them to listen. Not hear me, but listen. Not hear, but listen. Because they could relate to a sponge. What do you do with a sponge? You command a sponge. You control a sponge. But the sponge is the most unique and important tool to the dishwashing process. Without the sponge, you ain't gonna wash the fucking dishes with your bare hands, are you? You're gonna need a sponge. So it's more like a partnership. I know my place. I'm here to serve you, but it costs. It costs. I walked out of that room with more than $82,000 with a check in my name on a Friday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Dallas, Texas. I'm a sponge. No cap. And that is the truth. I won it. I won the deal. And from that day on, I got a rude awakening. When they gave me that deposit, it came with great responsibility. Not only did I had to manage their workload, which I signed up for, but I had to manage a team that seen that we won. But see, this is the funny thing about people is that they would notice that you won it and they need you to win it in order for them to feed their family so you could provide them with work, but they get upset that you won it. I'm older than you. How did you win that, OB? I've been in the trucking industry for 25 years, man. How did you win that? Oh man, you ain't nothing but my son age, man. You ain't nothing but my son age. I got grandkids older than you, man. I don't see how they gave you the contract. Now, OB would say, bad words. But OB understood this man has been in his position for this long because he's good at it. Let me say it again. OB realized that that man been in that position for that long because he's good at it. He's not good at multitasking. He's not good at transitioning. He's not good trying new things. He's good with trying that. So my reply to that person is, man, it was not meant for you. Because if it was meant for you, you and I wouldn't be here in this present moment in time. Because you'll be the guy I will be going up to ask for a meeting. But you're not. And that's when I realized about trucking. No matter how hard you work, no matter how long you've been in this game, if you can't understand that you're providing a service and your service comes with a number, you're not going to be shit. You're going to be where you're at. Trucking, you could equate it to as a hospitality. That's what we are. We are here every day moving freight across the United States of America. And we're asking people, hey, let us move your freight. Hey, let me take it. Hey, let me get that for you. Hey, do you got any more? Hey, can you give me more? When all honesty, People love our service. They need our service. We are the critical point. We are essential. We are the network. Think about it. This ain't cliche. We are the network. But we don't even value our own fucking service. We don't even value our service. When I hear a trucker talking about, oh man, they need to give us, give. See, that's the first thing. What? Give. Give is, you better off saying beg. That's what you need to say. Beg. Nobody's going to give you nothing. You got to make a statement. This is what you cost, not what the market is dictating. The market is only a tool. It's not exact or approximate. It's only a tool that brokers use to manipulate you, to believe that you're not valued at what you think you're valued at. And you will utilize the same tool to come up with your low end value. Well, all right, give you an example. When a broker asks you, hey man, what's the lowest can you do it for? The lowest what you could do it for is really saying the highest you could do it for. You set a new ceiling. You said it by answering that question with a number. You literally set your own ceiling. Now, the difference between 5 years ago and today is that today you will be logged into our archive. Your information will be put into a database that will be widely spread, and you will put the nail in your own business operation. You, by answering that darn old simple question with a number. And this is what's going to remove the middle class. This is what's going to remove so many hard families from trucking. Because some of these owners out here don't understand the power of their language. Now you will, because you're going to be fighting a computer. Frank said this, man. Thank you, JB. He said, OB, you talking over their head, bruh. They don't care as long as they get 15 to 2,000 a week, baby. And you see, here go the thing. It doesn't matter. That 15 to 2 is going to be the new 5 to 12, 500 to 1,200. That's what container haulers used to make. Some of them still make that today. Don't get it twisted. And this is not personal, okay? Um, containers, container haulers was one of the best businesses to get into in the early 2000s. Shout out to California. California, West Coast, set the standardized rates across the nation for container movements. Majority of the companies was out of California. When they got to Houston, Texas, they was paying California rates in Texas way back in the 2000s. The average container hauler usually made 45 to 5,500 a week after fuel, driving FLDs, cab overs, you name it. You throw a rock at it. If it had an engine in it, container homes, they was making 45 to 5,500 on local. And where they was getting their price? California. California. And then, like Frank said, Frank, you do have truth in that, my friend. People came out and start using their personal life expense as business operation expense. Where they said, man, I don't need 4,500. Man, if I could get the job, because they desperate. Desperate people make bad decisions. Let me say it again. When you are desperate, you will make the wrong decision, the wrong choice. So people say, hey man, I'll come over there and I'll work for you. And how it started was with drivers trying to drive for owner operators. So they will go up to the owner operator. Hey man, you got a truck? Yo, OB, you got a truck available? Like, nah, man. Right now, I got JP, man. I got Triple D. I got Frank. Man, my guys are good. I'm good. But hey, man, what if you don't mind? What do you pay your drivers? Man, I'm paying them. I'm paying them 2,500 a week. That's a company driver. Back in the 2000, that pimp, 2,500 a week. Guys would be like, man, I own it, bro. If you give me an opportunity to show you me, let me show you what I'm about and things like that, bro. You gonna only pay me 1,200. Guess what happens? Owner operators hired the guy for the 1,200. Now the office finds out. See, back in the day, containers haulers, we was a big family. Like you knew everybody on the yard. You knew the guys that owned the trucks. You knew it hands down. Words start going around. And then the container companies, like Mason Dixon's and these other little outfitters, start realizing they're paying their owner operators 6,500. This guy with 3 trucks is bringing in 15,000 a week, but he's only paying his drivers out of that 15 roughly 35, 3, $4,500. So Mr. Frank, he's pocketing 10 racks. And the only thing he's doing is just owning the trucks and got them signed on using the company com data. Guess what the containers company started doing? Dropping the rates. Not because freight went down. No. Because they seen owner operators. They looked at their game plan. If you want to know how to run a trucking company, the only thing you have to do is just listen to an owner operator. That's what 99% of people do. But they build their business plans to manipulate the owner operator. There you go. Look at Game. It's still alive today. Now people are like, oh man, I'm making 2,500. Man, did you not know? Here go a fun fact. It took us over 15 years just to get to pricing. We are literally living in a day and age where it took us 15 years to go back to the average rate. Ah, shit. Boy, you can't make this shit up. When guys are like, hey, man, I'm making 20, like guys in 2025. Man, I'm making 2,500 drive a truck. They was doing that 2002. They was doing that. Like, that's not a myth. That's not, oh, man, no, pimp. That shit's been going on. Right now, the average driver should be pocketing 4 grand. If we kept up with inflation, the average guy should be 4 grand minimum a week. Minimum. Minimum. You don't think you think I'm bullshitting? All right, look at the prices of the new Peterbilts. Look at the prices. Look at the prices. The average Joe that has their CDL for at least 5 years should be able comfortably to walk into any truck dealership and pay 50% of the truck value right there on the spot. The average. But we can't. We in a time and age where everybody's saying leasing. Now, you got to ask yourself this. Don't judge the person for leasing. Ask yourself this. Why is leasing the more popular option? And the reason is more people are broke. More people are broke. They will build a renter center in a low income community before they build a fucking Zales or a Best Buy. You will get a Family Dollar before you get a Sprouts or a HEB. Game. And it's existing. So, with that being said, You got to pay attention to what's going on around you. The guy say, walk away with no skin in the game. Skin was in the game when you, all right, let's go with the skin in the game. It could be a financial game, mentally or physically. Here go the thing about that, at least when people say no skin in the game. You sacrificed. See, when you tell me that the only value you have, so let's go again. Here we go again. When you tell me that the only value that you possess is financial tender, money, tender, I know that you're a broke person mentally because you don't see in order to generate money, you need your physical body and brain. So you don't think that your body, brain, and time has value. You signed the lease. Okay. Yo, OB, I ain't put no money down. You put a body in the seat. Which is more value? You think that the company leasing you that truck, where's the value? The person, the body in the seat, or the money? Which one comes first? Which one comes first? What is their priority? What is the leasing company priority? To put more bodies in the truck. Because the truck's going to do naturally like your lungs does naturally. It's going to generate. It's going to breathe. It's going to make. So yes, skin in the game was your actual skin in the fucking game. Some people don't value themselves. And people think, oh man, banks value. Oh man, I'm like, God damn, y'all know, like, rule number one, business. The more people you could get to enter your business, the more likely that you'll be successful. Spending comes after you enter. So leasing is all about the bodies. Once the body in the seat, it's going to generate money because that body is in debt. And people don't like to be in debt. So there's no such thing as a walkaway lease. It's never walkaway. You just been undervalued. You didn't get the money that you should have been compensated for. And if you walk away from the lease and you say, "Oh, yo, OB, I made 10,000." It took you what? How long did it take you? And then you say this, you say, let's just say hypothetically, God come to me and say, "Yo, OB, man, I've been in the lease for 3 years. Now I'm able to buy my truck." I'm like, "Okay, man. What you gonna do with that truck?" "Man, I'm gonna get my own authority." First thing gonna come to my head. He's gonna be the cheapest guy on the block. He's gonna fuck up the value. He's gonna be the cheapest. Because out of all of these years, he didn't understand the value that other people invested in him. They seen his value. The leasing company seen his value. But he's not going to be able to see his value because he's going to go into a market where their number one goal is always devaluing. But they are not straight up and blunt about it. They have the mental, the lingo to go with it. "Hey man, what's your lowest? What can you do it for today?" "Man, I got a budget, man. I need to be around." See, that's one of the things that, oh man, that's really tweaked my skin, is when brokers say, "I need to be around 2,500." I say, "All right, let me get a chalkboard. Let me write the number 2,500 and let me draw a circle around that motherfucker. I'm still at 2,500. What you mean around it?" "Well, just give me a number that's close to 2,500. 4,000. I say close. I say, well, 4,000 is close to 2,500 than 100,000. So hey, you got two options around, and people fall for it. That mean be exact. So that really means boil down to is either be exactly at that number or be under that number. It's game, man. It's always fucking game. It's game. So truckers, 2025. Let's go. Stop saying ain't no skin in the game. If you got a CDL, you are the skin. You are the skin. And you think that your value came from the money in your pocket, you really sadly mistaken. Your value came from that CDL that you possess. Your value came from passing a drug test. Your value came from not having a DUI. Your value came from not having a drug possession charge. You are more valuable. So stop saying that shit. You want something better out of life, start understanding that you are very expensive. You are. You are. Anybody with a CDL is expensive. Walmart told you motherfuckers that, and you still don't believe it. If you got a CDL, you are. You are the top. You are the premium. You are the top of the top. And that's what it is. And there you go. Oh, Frank said, here you go. I got paperwork to proving they was making 5 to 6,000 a week home every day. Now they're getting 300 within a 600-mile loop, and they're going to bring the container back to the port. Yes, sir. And then they are responsible for damages. Then you got the guys that's working at the port that's doing the containers. They working all out in the fucking weather. Man, hey man, that looked like some slavery ass shit to me. That's what it looks like. Them guys that maintain, especially in Dallas, man, boy, man, them boys, they ain't got a cover, they ain't got nothing. The job went to the lowest bidder. Man, them guys out there got, and this is what I don't believe in is dehumanizing any individual that gets up to go to work. That's one thing, man. Say, man, that ain't fucking right. I don't care what you done. If you did your time, you did your time for the crime, you out, and you doing something positive, constructive, you adding to the community. Man, some of these companies, boy, they got these guys at these ports changing these damn tandem tires, them old school ass inner tubes, those chassis wheels, the lights. Man, it's 130 degrees outside, man. It's raining. It's snowing. These guys just, man, in the back of a fucking container. I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me. We don't see nothing wrong with this. These are the same people that's responsible to make sure that this trailer, this container, this chassis is 100% safe. How can we say that we trust the judgment of a person that's having fucking heat exhaustion to make the clearest decision and judgment on what is safety when they're working in unsafe conditions? See, that's an oxymoron. And oh my gosh, then they have the nerve to blame the driver for the tires popping on the chassis. You can't make this shit up. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. And this should be the fuel for the fire for you guys to go out there and negotiate better. That's what you need to do. You need to realize everything around you is playing you except for you. Stop believing in this crap. I ain't got no skin in the game. Man, when you got behind that wheel of that truck, pimp, you was the skin. You put your skin as forfeit to participate in this game we call trucking. Your flesh was your bounty. That was your bounty to be able to play at the game, to sit at the table. We as people of trucking, we got to get educated, man. Because I hear it. Oh, OB, man, it's an old truck. It shouldn't cost that much. Why? Why? It still takes the same thing as new trucks. It takes an experienced individual with the right type of tools, and that's capable of solving the problems or issue that might arise from this old ass machinery. So it is. So it is important. What up with you, Trey? So it ain't no such thing as, man, I bought old truck. It should be cheaper. No, it's not. If you here go the thing. The people that's able to work on those old trucks are fading out this industry. They are becoming granddaddies. And you got younger guys. And the younger guys are trained on new ways. You know why they are trained on new ways? Those are the only jobs that's available to some of these guys coming out of these trade schools with massive debt. The only people that can hire them, or the only jobs that they see that they are able to get to provide for the family, are the big companies. Come on now. You a truck driver. How did we get our CDLs when we first started off? I know I didn't have $10,000. I didn't have $10,000. I went to Snyder. Snyder say, man, we will put you in a truck. After what is 60 days? It was 90 days of training. They put me with a team. Back then, Snyder was paying, I made 25 cents a mile with a team. And the guy they put me with, I'll never forget this guy. This guy couldn't read a map. We supposed to be in LA. This is no smoke. We left Dallas. We supposed to be in LA. Dude drove to Louisiana. I'm not making this up. The dude couldn't read. He couldn't read. We get corrected. Then we get to LA, we drop Fontana. Then we had to come back. This dude pulled over in New Mexico. It was a rest area. I never forget this day. He didn't pull into the truck stop. Nah. He pulled into a dirt lot next to the truck stop, about 100 yards away. Truck tires got stuck. Trucks, I say, man, Snyder. And that old Century. This is when, when Snyder had Century, Freightliner Centuries. Man. I said, come on, bro. I'm sitting there, man. I'm trying to use that macro point, no signal, waiting on signal. Well, boy, I tell you, trucking. Oh boy, you gotta love it. You got memories, but oh man, I got sidetracked. I don't know why that came on my mind. That dude just came on my. That dude, I never forget. That dude said, yo, OB man, you know how to read a map? I say, bro, well, how you get through class? He didn't last long. I stayed with Snyder for another couple more years. Then I start smelling myself. I'm like, man, I'm the world best trucker. And that didn't last. And then I got caught. Now I'm on a no hire list for life. I was banded from the terminal for life. I was served with paperwork. Got banded for life. Life from all Snyder terminals. So yeah, man. Anyway, that's all right. We sidetracked. But anyway, man, that's what we doing, man. And you know, hopefully everybody has a wonderful New Year's. And hopefully y'all toasted up, man, and you're out there with your family. If you're out there on the road, man, you're doing what you got to do. Don't look down. Don't be depressed. Don't be sad. But next time, start making a promise to yourself. If you got little kids, you got loved ones, bro. It's not about spending time with them. I know it's gonna sound fucked up. It's gonna sound like, yo, OB, but let me give you some game, pimp. It's not about spending time with your significant other. It's about you releasing that fucking truck. Okay? You got to release that. You got to step away, bro. You got to unplug. You got to get out the matrix. You got to get out the matrix. You got to start with the small thing. Take off the damn driver headset, bro. They got Bluetooth buzz, bro. Better yet, take off of everything. Uh Take off your headsets and start talking to people without it. It's going to remind you of something. Try that. You think I'm capping? You think I'm capping? Try it for a week. When you get out the truck, leave your headset in the truck. And when you talk to people in your vehicle, use the hands-free device. And when you are at a restaurant or when you're at an outing, put your phone on do not disturb and put it in your back pocket. Come back to reality, man. We need you back here. Not everybody understand the truck lingo, and not everybody fucking cares about the truck lingo. Some people really just care about you. That's it, man. Hopefully you will find that in 2026. Hopefully. I hope you do. I hope you realize your whole trucking industry has consumed you. That you don't see the value in yourself no more. That you think that you are only worth the last mile that you pull. When really, you're a human being. That's it. That's it. Stop talking to people like everything is a fucking negotiation. Stop. Stop. Stop walking into businesses and say, hey, man, what's the lowest you could do? Man, this ain't fucking trucking. Pimp, this ain't TQL. What you mean the lowest I could do? No, man. It doesn't work like that, pimp. It only works on you because you allowed it. What would you say, JP? I've shared this live out. I'm making a short out of some of this tonight. All right, then, JP. Long as you tag me in it, player. Come on. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all. We're gonna get on that 1 minute. We at 1 minute 26. I said 1 minute. Yo, boy, dyslexic. God damn, D. 1 hour and 26 minutes and 36 seconds. And 18 people's in here. Oh, god damn, caller, you're on the line. But yeah, man, I thought I'd do this before I leave 2025, man. I don't know what else I'll do. Uh, we were working on the truck and uh, it took me a while to adjust back to reality, man, when I left the trucking. Um, Left trucking and some people don't understand or realize I make these videos, right? I do crazy videos because I'm gonna just be straight up with you. I am comfortable in the skin that I'm in. All right. And nobody can take that, man. Um, so you're gonna see me do wackier videos in 2026. And you're gonna see me come up with some cool ass projects. We got some projects that's gonna roll out the shop. We're gonna start dropping more videos on YouTube. Y'all gonna see my son. He's way taller than me. My son is super fucking tall. And y'all gonna see how we do things a little bit. I said this year I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna open up a little bit. But other than that, man, that's what I got for y'all. But anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging around for the 1 hour and 28 minutes, JP, thrill. And I was not taking shots, pimp. So hey. I take shots at them like guys like Zoe and them. I could get the shots. I just yes. But anyway, I thank everybody for rolling in, man, and cruising with me on this 2025, and let's go into 2026 profitable, wiser, and number one thing we need to have in 2026 is clarity. All right. I'll catch y'all later, pimps. Later.